guys, Chi here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you eye swatches, a tutorial, and my perspective on the brand new Mented Cosmetics Everynight palette. So Mented Cosmetics finally released a second palette. This is their Everynight palette. It's a 10-pan palette coming in at $30. Here it is in all of its glory. We have 5 shimmer shades and 5 mattes. I love the packaging so far because you can flip the palette all the way back. You all know I am no stranger to Mented Cosmetics. I have quite a few videos about their products. So here is their everyday palette against their Everynight palette. Now I gotta be 100% honest with y'all. When I first saw pictures of this palette online, my first thought was, it's a little light. Like, no tea, no shade, in comparison to their everyday palette. But in hand, it is a little bit darker than what I thought it would be. When I think of nighttime, I want to see sultry, I want to see sexy, deep. So I think that's why I was a little bit thrown off. We're still gonna swatch because I'm still looking forward to it. Starting off with Chicago, this is Champagne. Each of the shades are named after different cities. Wet my brush and see how that looks. This is a nice little shimmer shade, nice little champagne. I don't see any cracking or peeling with it, so we're good on that. Next we have Miami. This is a golden shimmer. I do like when golds aren't super yellow gold. This is more on the deeper bronzy gold. So this one is nice. I don't see when I wet my brush that it intensifies the pigment. This is really simple, easy, over the lid, you're done. Los Angeles is a, what would I call this? Would I say it's rosy? It's a little rosy. Yeah, let's say rosy pink, sure. Adding a little bit of water does spruce it up just a little bit, but it's nothing like jaw-dropping, like ooh. Next is Las Vegas. As soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, cranberry, I love. This is proving to be my favorite shade. That's a beautiful fall color. I really dig that one. Right next to each other, Los Angeles definitely looks a lot more pink than Vegas does. This cranberry, beautiful. And I didn't even wet my brush yet. Please hold. Does it do anything? Not too much. Actually, you know what? I haven't tried using it with my finger. It brightens it up a little bit more, not by too much. Let me try LA again. Okay, with LA it really didn't do much. With Vegas it did just a little bit. Just a little bit. The final shade in the top row is New Orleans. This is a copper? Yeah, it looks copper. This is a stunner. I feel like a lot of brands don't do this shade enough because they always give us a good bronze, which I'm good with. Y'all know I live for a good bronze, but a copper shade, I'm here for. Thank you, Mented, for doing a copper shade. Wetting it just a little hop, not a skip, not a jump, just a little flip. Not too much, but look at that. That's scrumdiddlyumptious. So right now, Las Vegas and New Orleans, #1 stunners. Those are my front runners for the shimmers. We have Houston. It kind of looks like a peachy beige. This would be good for exactly what I'm doing, like setting a concealer and using it in my crease. I would actually even use this as a brow bone highlight because it will definitely work for that, for my skin tone. But it's something very simple. I'm glad it does show up just a little bit. Philly looks cool. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting a little nervous. Philly looked a little cool in the pan, but on the eye, it's like this delicious milk chocolate. Oh, do you see that? I love this shade. Perfect for a transition. Ooh, let's get the brushy brush. Where did I put the brush? I'm sure the brush is sitting laughing at me right now. There it is. All right, let's blend this out. Ooh, okay. She's blending. Look at her, gone. So far, this is my favorite matte. Yeah, it's not giving me any dark line. Front runner. I take it back. Harlem. Harlem is chocolate. This is Hershey chocolate. Fun fact, my grandfather lived in Harlem. Shout out to 119 in Morningside. Damn. Okay. All right, maybe this one is my favorite. But both of them together though, I really dig. Okay. I already cleaned off this brush. Let's see. If y'all hear any extra background voices, those are my neighbors from in the courtyard talking. I swear to God, she is so loud. So freaking loud. But back to the palette. I'm getting the effortless blend. So I'm good. No dark marks. No dark lines. That's nice. I'm trying to figure out which one's my favorite now. Yeah, I think it's Harlem. If we're talking about a nighttime palette, we're gonna go Harlem. And my friend lives in Harlem. Oh, shout out to Spanish Harlem. We have Atlanta, and this is a matte purple. Ooh, yeah. What a looker right there. What a looker. I'm a sucker for a matte purple. And this one so far is not disappointing. I'm gonna blend out the edge. Okay, I got a tiny bit of patching right here. Let me try to pick some up. Okay. It's not a huge problem. If you pick a little bit more up, it definitely blends out and it does stick. So, okay, all right. Crisis averted. And finally, we have Brooklyn. It's a matte black. Is this the blackest black I've seen? No. I think with a black base, I might be able to get it to a level that I like my blacks to be, but not bad at all. My grandmother lived in Brooklyn with 16 kids. They rented 2 apartments for them. And because they are so far on the spectrum, like high yellow to deepest of brown skin, melanin goodness, my aunt, who was dating my uncle, she thought he was lying about my other aunt because she was so light skinned and my uncle is so dark skinned that she thought he was lying. And then when she finally went to their house and saw everybody and saw like literally they were every shade, she was like, oh, I guess that is your sister. A little fun story. This black is actually perfect for this palette because it's not super intimidating to where if you wanted to do a black smoky eye, that it would give you that raccoon eyes because it's so cooler and lighter. Like, I hope I'm making a little bit of sense. I think this is a very workable black for a everyday user. Let's get into the tutorial. Philly isn't going to show up too much, but I do want it there just as a, you know, little bumper. We're gonna take a little bit of Harlem and pop that right into my socket. I'm gonna take it all the way into the inner tear duct as well. Have y'all actually been using Mented Cosmetics? Clearly y'all know I've been using them for years, but I want to know if y'all have, because they're actually a really good black owned brand. I highly suggest checking them out because they're really nice women. Look at that. That's a blend right there. Maybe I'll do Brooklyn on the outskirts. So it's gonna act as our liner, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. It's gonna look extremely stupid for right now. Just kind of feathering it into my lid. I think I put a little too much on this side, but it's cool. When in doubt, blend until your arm hurts. Completely blended that away. I'm gonna go into Atlanta. Remember, I have that black shadow on the lash line a little bit, so you won't really see that too much. I kind of wanted to keep it smoky, but I think even you guys can see it's not super smoky, and that's what I was trying to say with the black. It's not so intense where it's like, ooh, maybe I overdid it. Yeah, let's go Vegas. I was gonna do smoky, but I mean, this is still be smoky. Maybe I'm getting a little nighttime feel now. Going back in with Atlanta, trying to just build up that darkness on the outer portion of my eye, and then going back in with my blending brush. Kind of messed up all the way over here, but it's cool. See, this is why I don't like doing my eyeshadow after foundation. That's gonna bother me. I'm gonna clean that up. The outside was just gonna irk the hell out of me, so I ended up just cleaning it up, popping on my lashes and lining my waterline with a little black liner. So I'm gonna go into Brooklyn just to set it. Do I want to take it all the way in? Sure, let's take it all the way in. We need to have all of this milk. Now I'm going to go into Atlanta, maybe mix in a little bit of Harlem too, and I'm just gonna smoke out the bottom lash line with both of those colors. I also picked up one of their blushes. This is Clay Too Much. It's not a new product from them, but I did want to try this one out, and I think the last time I ordered their bronzers, this was out of stock. So wanted to try it now. Ooh, okay, that's pigmented. Y'all know I'm not a huge fan of blush, and I'm trying to get into it, but I do see that it makes a huge difference when it comes to makeup. Wow, I barely put any on, and oh, okay, she ain't claying at all. I do have on their bronzer in Vacay right now. Okay, quite too much. This is right up my alley. Packaging though, it's she tight. Fuerte. I'm gonna pop on a Mented lip and come right back with my final thoughts. I mixed Dark Night and Pretty in Pink together to get this little lip combo. This is the final look. Getting into this Everynight palette, nothing in this palette really like blew my skirt up. Because I was able to do smoky looks with the Everyday palette, I just needed this to be a little bit more jazzy, some sort of purple or maybe even a green. I think it would have amped it up a little bit because it's not as rich as the first one. Don't get me wrong, it still like shows up and it's still very pigmented. It's very much so in line with their brand. I don't know, I feel like it, for a nighttime palette, it's missing something. It's not really speaking to me the way palettes normally do. I can't sugarcoat it. It was okay. You gotta know the type of makeup wearer that you are, and if you're someone who's very simple, you just need a couple of shimmers to liven up the party, this is your palette. I hope that their next palette introduces a little bit more color, because right now it's not making my heart sing. That is my review of the palette. Check out some of my other videos and I will catch you in the next one. Stay comfy, guys. Bye.